implicit unity. Well, now really, when we go back to fall into love and say it's crazy falling, because we say falling in love, we don't say rising into love. There is the idea of a fall. Taking this ghastly risk is the condition of there being life. You see, of all life is an act of faith. The moment you take a step, you do so in an act of faith because you don't know that the ground beneath you isn't going to give way. The moment you take a journey, what an act of faith. Any kind of undertaking in a relationship, what an act of faith. You've given yourself up. This is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender. Love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself to you. That's quite mad because you see, it's letting things get out of control. All sensible people keep things in control, such as police, security, vigilance, guards. Actually, what is really sensible is to let go, is to commit oneself, to give up oneself, and that's quite mad. So we come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity. When you fall in love with somebody else and you trust them, they may, as a matter of fact, not fulfill your expectations. There will be disappointments and failures and disasters as a result of taking these risks. It's a gamble, but that risk has to be taken. The alternative to taking that risk is much worse than trusting and being deceived. Kenosis is a Greek word meaning self-emptying, self-sacrifice, and thereby conferred freedom of will and the power to love human beings, and people who give this power away are tremendously strong personalities, because the more they have given it up, the more they get it. You know, you do this completely off our control. It's a lovely, irresponsible state to be in. What am I involves what you are. If I am I because you are you, and you are you because I am I, then I am not I and you are not you. In other words, we are not separate. You know, you can't, for example, have two sticks. You lean two sticks against each other and they stand up because they support each other. Take one away and the other one falls. And so in exactly that way, we in our environment, and all of us and each other, are dependent systems. We know who we are in terms of other people. We all love together. Therefore, what you call the external world is as much as you as your own body. Love is not something that is a sort of rare commodity. Everybody has it. Existence is love. Because you see, in tying up love in knots and becoming incapable to capable of it, you can't destroy this energy when you want to love, and you won't let it go out of the things. It comes into the form of self-destruction. So everybody has the force of running. The first thing of all to get is love. To follow whatever kind of love you have in the first place. The first thing then is to discover what indeed do you love, if anything, and you'll find there is something. And then go into the nature of that. Now, it's said that selfish people love themselves. I would say that is really a misunderstanding of the whole thing. If you explore what you love, when you say you love yourself, you will make the startling discovery that everything you love is something which you thought was other than yourself. You suddenly discover that yourself is bigger than what you thought it was. It includes the other, and you can't do without it. This brings about a fundamental change in the understanding of the meaning of nature and self, or the nature of self, and thereupon there's a change of attitude to other people. Your love, which is what you are, begins to express itself quite naturally and unaffectedly in a wider way. Now you may ask, well, how are we going to love? I don't think that's quite the question here. It isn't so much how or where are we going to get love from. We all have it. You see, love is the most powerful force in this world, and it can only be attained once you are aware. It's simply deep down in us, bursting to get out. The desire to love and to be loved is, I think, probably the deepest thing that there is in us. Certainly, if the relationship of infancy to the rest of the life have any truth in them at all, and so it's a matter of seeing that this deeply repressed love must be let out.